Max Wardell, overheadathletics.com. Today we're actually going to talk a little bit about hip loading and the foot tripod. So the foot tripod, really what we're talking about is getting this first ray down on the ground, this first joint on the ground, this fifth joint on the ground, or this fifth ray on the ground, and then the calcaneus or the heel on the ground in this fashion. So the foot's on the ground, the heel's on the ground, the first and fifth are on the ground. They're all three on the ground, and that kind of gives us this stable tripod. And this is something we've been working with Max in the past is, Max, go ahead and spread your feet out a little bit, like we're going to go into some of the positions from the throw. So he's kind of in this athletic stance here, and then he's going to rotate away from the target. So if he was going to throw from here, he's kind of in this position. Now what you notice is he's got a little air under that toe. So when we get here and we load away and we go too far, eventually this inside of the foot picks up. So we kind of have this effect going on where the inside of the foot tips up, and that's a problem that we've worked on with him is he wants to load away from the target, which is good, but he ends up doing so much that the foot picks up a little bit. So here's how we load into the hip, and then we reinforce it with exercise. He's going to start in a neutral position, stand up a little taller, right there, little load. He's going to go until I start to see that weight shift towards the outside of the foot. From there, he's going to maintain that position. So now he's in hip internal rotation where he's rotated away from the target, but he's not rotated so much where the foot pops up. So from there, he would actually initiate his throw. Now here's what we can do in terms of exercise. This is something we've talked about with Max before. Is he's taking a ball, he's doing a powerful throw. Well, I don't want him taking a medicine ball so far that his knee dips out and his foot comes up. Now his knee can come out, but if he starts to lose stability of that first MTP, that first joint, this foot here, right there, if he starts to lose that off the ground, we've gone too far. He's got to go until he gets that big toe on the ground. So I want you to feel that big toe on the ground. He's going to feel that toe on the ground, and then he's going to rotate. And if you start to feel pressure come off it, that's where you stop. So there's his load position. He's got more than a lot of people. Right there, he's perfectly loaded. From there, he can do a lateral bound. He can do all sorts of stuff. So we're always reinforcing this in our warm-up. Just wanted to talk about that foot tripod just a little bit. If he's on just two of these, right here, he's going to either have to push off the outside of his foot this way, which no one can produce power, or when he goes to produce power and he doesn't have pressure down on that first ray, he's going to have to get it down and then produce power. He's lost valuable time. So you have to get that first ray down, then push, and it's just not something that's feasible in an athletic skill like throwing, jumping sideways, or doing some sort of plyometric toss. So these are just a few things that we're working on in his throwing, and we're also working on in his ability to do some different plyometric medicine ball throws. If you like this video, make sure to hit thumbs up, subscribe, and maybe you'll see Max in a few more videos here with me.